we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Me and YR here. We're getting Arknoli Strokabine on the call here. This is part 3 of a look into the 1990s. Well, actually, part 4 I meant to say. My bad there. I kind of lost track there with all the stuff going on here. So what's up, YR? Everything going good? You said you had some news for right now?
Did you send it in the group here? Then
all right there. Let me see. Which
and then a couple pieces, couple small pieces.
Okay, there. Let me hook up on here. Give me a couple minutes here. All right there. All right there. So let's see here. Give me a couple of seconds here. Had to be a while there. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now Prince going to be added to the call. I understand. I don't know if that's a yes or a no, but okay, give it a couple minutes here for the thing to pop up because it usually pops up later
Well, your
time.
stream is up, yes.
It is, yes, good, yes. Like I said, I'm doing this from my previous computer there because for obvious good reasons there. Let's see what we got here. All right, see. I'm still waiting for the article to show up here on my phone. I'm going to check the computer there because it usually pops up there. I don't see nothing just yet there. Let's see. I don't see nothing yet there. There's no link here or anything like that. It's just yet there. Maybe I would have set it to this chat here for me to read. So what's
Now
about
go to your Skype.
on my Skype?
Yeah.
Hey, let me check here. Is it on the message that I gave you? Oh, I guess. See here. Give me a couple minutes here. We're going to try to get Ark on the road on here. Okay. Give me get this up here. Give me a couple of minutes here. Sorry for the long delays and that we got here, folks. I see here. Lou Graham, the former singer of Foreigner. Let's see here. And right here they have LouGrahamOfficial.com. I'm going to blabbermouth.
You want to add Red Eye?
Red Eye?
Yeah.
Red Eye, let's. And who Red is? Who's Red Eye by chance? I see it now.
Talking about the Legends Lounge guy.
Oh, you mean Minnesota? You mean Redneck?
Oh, Redneck.
Yeah, let's add him onto the call here. Let's see if we get Silver Roll and Ark. Where's Ark, by the way?
Well, 10 minutes early.
Okay. Okay, there. Okay, let me see if I can get I'll add Ark to the call here. You give it a couple of minutes here. Blah 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 blah. I see the article right now. And it says here Lou Graham, the former frontman of Foreigner, is going to be starting a new tour, I guess. It's an all-star tour. Let me add participants onto here.
You're going to Florida. I don't know.
You going to Florida? Give me a couple of minutes here. Okay, let's see this. I'm trying to get on the. Give me a couple of seconds here. This thing's Skype. This is one of the things I can't stand about Skype at some of these times here. You try to get things going, but it keeps going every which way it wants to go here. All right. And it pisses me off most.
Never thought girl home. Dave Matthews Band tour. You gonna go this summer or no?
No, I don't listen to Dave Matthews. I never did care for Dave Matthews whatsoever there. And is YR on? Is Ark on the call?
No.
No, I'm trying to add him on to the call. You got to give it a while here, folks. Everybody listen because we're trying to get some people on to the call here. But fortunately, the things are screwing up here left and right. Let me see if I can add him this way here. Okay, let's see what we got.
You can ask Carlos Cabral if you want.
Well, is he available right now?
I don't know.
All right, there. Well, I want to get to the. And it says Ark is unavailable. What the heck, dude? Well, either way, but until then, let's take a look at what Lou Gramm has going on here. Original frontman of Foreigner, Lou Gramm, will embark on the Lou Gramm All Stars Tour this year, next month. The 12.
Bird,
Bird, what's up?
I'm eating. What's up?
what are you eating?
I'm eating your ass.
Really?
Don't call me. What's up?
What's up, man? We need you for the show.
Man, fuck you. Fuck the show.
Fuck,
Oh,
fuck
never
you,
wrong. What never wrong with the show, man?
asshole. Oh, God.
What
Daycare center.
mm-hmm. Okay, so either way, Lou Gramm, the original frontman of Foreigner, is going to be embarking next month on the Lou Gramm All Stars Tour, and it's going to be going through 12 dates. It will kick off June.
See where it is. I don't know if it's in Florida now. They're not coming to Texas at all.
I'm not too sure. Now, June 6th will be the beginning date in South Bend, Indiana, and run through November 4th in St. Charles, Illinois.
See, it's like a Midwest type tour or something. It's like
I see there. Now, Lou's All-Star Solo Band has two former members of Foreigner along for the ride. Jeff Jacobs on keyboards and Scott Gilman on saxophone and rhythm guitar.
what?
Earlier today, actually it was Tuesday, I should say.
Hold on.
What up?
The saxophonist. So that was the original saxophonist in
I
Foreigner.
don't think so. No, I'm not too sure there. We gotta look it up on Foreigner Wikipedia about past members and such. No, the saxophone player originally was Ian McDonald, who has since passed away. He was also a former member of King Crimson. Now, earlier yesterday, Graham tweeted, quote, announcing the Lou Gramm All-Stars 2023 tour. Catchy with the All-Star lineup, which includes the talents of Tony Franklin from The Fern, featuring Jimmy Page and Paul Rogers. And of course, he was also in the band Blue Murder with Jeff Sykes, formerly of Whitesnake, and the drum legend Carmine Peace.
What instrument?
He is a bass player. He plays a fretless bass. Alex Garcia, Scott Gilman, Jeff Jacobs, and Ben Graham, who I guess is related to Lou, I guess. Our first stop is South Bend, Indiana, and we hope to see you there. More concert dates available on LouGrahamOfficial.com.
Damn, bro. I wish he would come to fucking Texas.
Yeah.
Bro, he is like 80% singing that stuff nowadays, which is real good.
Yes.
Like
exactly.
he's pretty much. He's not like because what's the one guy who does it?
Kelly Hansen. He's the current frontman for Foreigner currently.
He belts it out, blah blah blah, and so does Lou Gramm nowadays. He belts it out too, but it's slightly. You can tell he's a little older, but you could still tell it's Lou Gramm singing when Lou Gramm sings nowadays live.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Definitely worth seeing if he comes to your area for sure.
Yeah, it's true.
Like the original voice
of Foreigner. Yeah. Now, here's something else, though. The Lou Gramm Foundation will be hosting a VIP experience that will elevate your concert night and make them an unforgettable one. Check out the Lou Gramm Foundation website for more information. And the VIP tickets, hold up there. I don't know why this does here. It's whacking out. The VIP tickets will go on sale Friday, May 19th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All right. Now, I don't really know other than the names I just mentioned here. They got a backup singer named Carol Lynn Little. Lilliddle. Benito D. Bardoli, I think it's called. And of course, the guys we mentioned, Tony Franklin, Scott Gilman, Ben Graham, Jeff Jacobs. And that's pretty much so far. It's going to be 12 cities starting next month, starting in Indiana, JB's home state. And let's see here. I'm going to try and add Art to the mix here. Once again, see what the heck is going on with him. Because I know we're supposed to be continuing our look into the 1990s there. If not, we could get Prince. And still he's unavailable. I don't know what the heck's going on here.
Fine.
I don't know. Something happened or what it was or what. Well, if we're not able to get a hold of him.
Cronin, he's a 90s guy.
Yeah, that's true. Now see if he is available there. We've been seeing a lot more. Did you hear the review that Joe did on the show that we did last night on his Tuesday night show there?
Oh.
Yeah. He does not. He's never met Redneck. I'm surprising.
Oh, he reviewed the clip. He brought it up on the show.
Yes, he was bringing it up when Redneck was speaking on that night, and he said overcase retardation there.
He sounds like fucking Bullfrog, bro.
Well, let me explain why. Redneck is deaf in one ear, and usually when you have those issues, you tend to speak a little bit more slower, a lot more louder, so you're able to hear yourself. There was a gal back in D-Town who, her name was Chrissy. She's deaf in one ear, so she has to talk loud for her to hear her own self. So that kind of explains it there.
Song that you posted, and it was for Ark. What was it?
What's up? It was me, and Ark.
I gave my Tom love song. How'd it go?
What's up? What song again?
Bo?
On
your channel, you uploaded a video for Ark. It was like, I never do my wrong love song.
No. Oh, it's often what I do is I put lyrics from certain songs from that decade that we're spotlighting on as part of the title.
Art, you put out a video for Arknolia. It was a song in the background that was on, and you were like, "This is for you, Art."
Oh yeah, you mean that? Oh yeah, it was that somebody done some. It was that George Soul wrong. Yeah, it was that George. Me mentioned a couple times. It's by George Jones. Somebody done somebody wrong song. They were playing that. And I figure I post that for Ark because he mentioned that song a few times on our program here. So I figure, since that song was playing, I figure I send it out to him. All right. Let's see if we get Ark and Joe Cronin on the call here. I don't know what's up with Ark, if something's wrong, probably has to do the show ourselves, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
And still Ark is on the... No, Ark is still unavailable. I don't know what the heck is going on. So give it a couple of minutes here. Other than that, let's see what's going on here within the regions of Blabbermouth there.
If he doesn't come on, we can hold off and we can get into some news.
Okay, there.
But we'll see, because I think he'll come. We're early, bro. It's 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's 3 after 7 here in the Eastern time zone. Now, I want to get to this one here. Steve Morse, you may have heard of this guy. He was the guitarist for the Dixie Dregs back in the 70s there. And he was Deep Purple's lead guitar player for a good number of years, replacing Ritchie Blackmore in around 94, 95 after Blackmore departed once and for all. And I guess he decided to move on. Now,
yeah, I think I saw the story.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I saw that one.
Now,
go ahead.
Morse spoke to the Beaver County Times about his decision to reform his band, the Steve Morse banned for a series of live performances this April and May. Well, it's already May now, so he said, quote, I quit Deep Purple because the tours were too long and we had a health emergency in my family with my wife having stage 4 cancer. I told those guys I cannot do this, and they were upset for about 3 or 4 seconds and then moved on. That's life. I wish them well, and I hope they're doing great. Referencing to Steve Morse's band, he said, quote, I've always have been told that we couldn't do weekends only, and that it just wouldn't be possible to pay everybody and not be paying out of pocket to play. However, when we did the math with 3 people, it was possible in many cases to make it work. And the reason for the short length is that so I could be home 90% of the time and possibly drag my wife with me and line up with all the medical appointments and everything. The idea is to make it possible so I could play some shows and not feel like I'm shortchanging what I could really be helping with by being home with my wife. It has made a huge difference in being a medical advocate throughout all the crazy stuff that has happened and the surgeries and the complications. There's so much to do with that. Now joining Morse will be Dave LaRue, also of Flying Colors and the Dixie Dregs, as I mentioned, as well as Van Romain, one of the most in-demand percussionists throughout his existence in rock and roll, playing both live and recordings with Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Naughty by Nature, Billy Joe. Now, July of last year, Morris officially left Deep Purple to care for his wife, Janine, who is battling cancer. He was replaced by Simon McBride, who is now the guitarist for the Purple there. Now, the announcement came 4 months after the guitarist said he would be taking hiatus from the band in hopes of rejoining his bandmates once his wife's health improved. Now, Morse officially took over Richie Blackmore after he departed once and for all in 1994. And he has been in the band a lot more longer time than Richie himself. Now, Richie himself, as you know, has reunited his version of Rainbow. And, of course, many other...
them live?
Go
Not
ahead.
like,
What's up?
would you ever see them live, or it's not?
Well, I would love to see him live with Blackmore because Blackmore was a badass on stage, you know, with his work on the guitar, his guitar temper tantrum antics that he also did at times, messing with the whammy bar, smashing them on stage there, left and right. You know, I don't know if he smashes the guitars anymore, but he had that persona, a powerful presence persona to the Purple Rains, and I don't know if Steve Morris was able to copy that, and I don't know if the new guy they have right now is able to do that. I mean, you gotta remember, everyone cannot be Richie Blackmore, that's for sure. Everybody has their own style, their own unique technique there, and you know, but it would be nice to see Blackmore perform live back in the day when he was doing all those crazy antics like he was doing. Like what happened with the California Jam in 1974. Wow, man. 3 guitars, 1 amplifier, all destroyed, all blown up. A cameraman almost assaulted with that broken guitar. Guy almost got arrested for doing that. And I guess he also got banned from ABC TV as a result.
Have you ever seen that group?
Mm-hmm.
And they do like I forget his name, but I believe the group is the Misfits.
The Misfits?
The guitarist
Doyle?
he does like a solo thing, right? Have
Yeah,
you
he
seen
does.
that?
And no, I never saw Doyle solo. Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein is his full name there. But I did see the Misfits without dancing back in 1996 at this festival in this amphitheater in the Pontiac, Michigan. It was a great event. They had Clutch. They had this group called Orange 9mm. They had Anthrax there. And they had the Misfits. And what the singer did is he got everybody to do the biggest mosh pit ever to one of a few of their songs. And the credit to the Misfits, they really had these awesome looking custom made guitars that fit the description of the band. They were like kind of the originators of the horror punk rock scene there. Singing about monsters from Mars, singing about witches, or singing about demons and everything else. There's another band who follows that trend called Calabrese, who I remember added me as a friend on MySpace when I was still belonging to that website. In fact, a gal that I follow on Twitter and Twitch streams I also check out as well. She's a big fan of Calabrese as well. Ashley Reznor, that's her name there. I still would like to get her on the call one of our shows sometime soon there. In fact, I'm going to try and I'm trying to try and add her to the call right now as I speak. Let me see if I can do this here.
Go ahead.
But it's going to be a little bit more surprising for her to know who the hell we are.
Does she know who you are, though?
What's up?
Does she know who you are?
Yes, absolutely. We follow each other on Twitter, as I said, and every time I pop into her Twitch chat, she's like, "Hey, Dr. Earl, how you doing there? How's it hanging?" Okay, I'm going to call her and call Ark as well there. And Ark should respond hopefully by soon, man, because I'm beginning to worry there. And they're both unavailable. So it's us. What the fuck is going on
Did you add
here?
Cronin?
I did add a Cronin, and he's unavailable.
Yo Cronin.
No.
Carlos Cabral.
I'm going to add this. Yeah, I'm going to add this guy and see what he's going on here. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to find out if he's available. He may be staying away from everything right now at the moment there because of what he did on his live show there.
Carlos come round, yeah. Carlos said one today. Said he wanted to see him anyway. He punched himself in the face.
Bonk. And he's unavailable. It's like, what the hell's going on there? The only one available right now is Bird. And I guess I got to wait till a while until he's done eating before I add him to the call there.
Bird's breastfeeding right now. He's breastfeeding.
All right. Let's add Prince to the call here.
And that nigga Prince.
Dude.
The piece of shit scumbag.
Hey, nothing wrong with him now.
I do want to ask him about how Carlos is, like, you know.
All right, give it a couple minutes here. In the meantime, so I'm surprised Dave hasn't done a drama diner on the show we did this past Monday evening.
It probably will. I mean, fine.
He hasn't done any of that in a while there, I guess.
Oh, he'll get around to it.
All right, there. Let's see if we can add Stream Shaft. Let me see if I can add him to the call there. Just goes to have him on the show. Ask him about Detroit and everything else. Says he's from D-Town like I originally am. Well, while we're on the subject of the 90s, I know you were like, so you was like a wee little kid during that whole decade there. Me, I was like a full-grown adult. And remember one of the main fashions throughout the 1990s I want to talk about were these what they call sports sandals or wooden sole sandals with the straps and almost every teenager was sporting those. That's for sure. There.
Can you put a picture up on the screen?
What's up?
Can you put a picture up on the screen of sandals?
No, I don't. I don't really believe.
You go ahead and add Keith.
What's up?
Keith to the group.
Yeah, Keith, if he's available. And Shaft is in my chat right now saying he's doing housework.
That's
Okay.
bullshit. Put us on Bluetooth earphones.
My, yeah, Shaft, if you're out there, dude.
Guys, sweeping and vacuuming. Come on.
Give it a couple of
And every
minutes.
time you, we are missing out on Magnolia tonight.
I know. I'm trying to get the guy on the call here. I don't know what the heck is happening. When Ed, let's see if I can end Ken to the call here.
No, don't add Ken.
Oh, it's too late now. What's up?
You bothering people. That's you who added. I'm not going to get in trouble for that.
No, I'll take. Well, don't worry. I'll take full responsibility. Give a couple here. He may be busy building his little studio there in the back of his place there.
Come on, Ark.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to add to the guy. I'm trying to add the guy in. I don't know what the heck. He may be kind of disgruntled about the topic we're going to do because he said he was he looked on the said he wasn't that big on the 1990s there. Ken?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, dude? Glad you're able to join in on the show. It's just me and YR. We've been trying to get Ark Noy on the call here, but to no avail. I don't know what the heck is going on there. Everything going okay there?
The new studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Brown said Kent's probably working on his new studio.
And he is. He is right now, I bet you, right?
Wow.
Oh, yes. Ken, you there? What's up, buddy?
I think he's taking a shit right now.
I think it kind of like froze a little bit there, his screen there, because all I see is a chandelier with the fan on it. The fan ceiling, I should say, there.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well, one of the things, well, I was going to talk about, I know Ark has been very disgruntled about the 1990s because of the music that came out during that whole decade there. He felt that it was not really up that par to the music that him and I grew up throughout the 60s, 70s, and 80s there. And he mentioned a few times, it's like, what the heck happened throughout the 1990s? Well, I kind of explained the whole situation. The whole thing just took a massive turnaround in culture, politics, music, and everything else. It's like the ones that were like outcasted now finally had a voice, and they still have that voice going on today. And a lot of them just don't want to let go of that voice out of fear of being suppressed.
Like a depacha.
Depacha, more like an Order 66 verbally wise. Like
Yeah.
if a Republican is in the White House, they feel they are unable to speak their minds, do what they want because out of fear of Order 66 coming towards them from either the police or the army or whichever there, or their supporters. Like,
World
for
order.
instance, when Trump was elected office, I've seen a few videos of Arab Americans being dogged by all the supporters of Trump out there, screaming at him, "Go back to where you come from now. We dealt with you long enough." And this was after Trump got elected into office, before he was inaugurated. So I guess the people out there feel like they can't be themselves with the Republican president in the White House. They feel that they'll probably end up being suppressed.
Well, I know people that want to move if Trump gets reelected. They said they're going to move out of the country, like out of the country type deal.
Yeah, but they've been saying that for how many ages? Tommy Lee said he was going to move. Alec Baldwin said he was going to move. And yet they're still here. And besides, they're going to complain about... They're sure not going to live in some country where there's a lot of socialism, high taxes, and high prices, where you have to pay multiple amount of taxes on a certain, like a bottle of Coca-Cola, for instance.
Have you ever had one of those Mexican Coca-Colas, the glass?
No, I never. No, I never did. I never had it. I've never been to Mexico myself. There.
Sell them in America, but it's they make them because they're made in Mexico, so the bottle's glass, and
I
they're it's.
no, I know. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Because at the Walmart. Hello.
Finish my sentence, asshole.
Oh, your voice cut
Sorry,
it out.
I was gonna say it's real pure cane sugar inside the
Mmm.
Mexican Colas instead of the fake, the stuff which is
And.
interesting. So if you want to, I mean, they do taste different.
Mhm.
I feel like the American Coca-Cola is a little bit more like fizzier and stuff. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But the Mexican Coke have the real cane sugar, so it
Oh.
is more
Legit.
cleaner. Yeah, it is. It would taste like a nice cola.
I, I
Try it.
see there. I see. Cause at
Brad,
the, cause at the,
hello. Brad,
what?
if you go to the store real quick,
Mhm.
to the gas station and stuff, go look like on the bottom shelf where the sodas are, and you'll
Mhm.
see the glass sodas.
I see there.
And try one out because they'll have that. They'll have the Sprites. They'll have like a Fanta Orange, maybe the cola and some other stuff. But um, try it out and see what
Mm.
you because it is the regular as opposed to as opposed to the the sugar they put in regular sodas.
I see
It's
there.
not. It's like the compromised sugar. You know what I'm
I see.
saying?
Compressed. I see. Yeah. No, I just if I do, it'll probably be the first time I ever checked out a Mexican soft drink altogether. There. The only other Mexican drink I ever tried was tequila, and I believe that started in Mexico, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
I am. Yeah, that's about it. And I wasn't too big a fan of that. I'll tell you that. There. That was the ages ago at the Ritz in Roseville. But I know what you're talking about now because at the store location that I worked at back by the Woodlands area there, it was they had a lot. There was this big aisle where they had all the Mexican products, the Mexican brands, and those soda pops that you described were the was it located as well there, glass
Yeah.
and plastic there. Even the Mexican versions of Cocoa Krispies and Frosted Flakes from Kellogg's.
What's that? What's that Mexican? The Mexican drink, not a drink.
Mm,
It's a brand, and they have
mm,
several things,
mm,
uh, like juices and stuff.
mm. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I don't really much. The only thing that's Mexican related is probably just tacos, tequila. That one couple times back then. That's pretty much there. I'm just basically a U.S. All American beef type of dude there. And Arc Noia is still unavailable. What the fuck is going on here?
What's going on?
I don't know. It just makes no sense. I'm getting to wonder.
Ashley rolls on Nova.
Ashley Rose Nova. I'm going to add her, try to add her to the mix there if she is available. And if she's not, we'll just have to be you and I guess, for the show.
You can double team her from the background.
Oh,
Hannah.
please. Oh, dude. Right there. I'll try and add. And you know what? I'm going to see if I'm going to try and add Keith to the call. It's been like how many ages? You
I
think
think he
maybe
passed.
Dan. What's up?
I think he passed.
No, you sure
Remember
for
Scott? Remember not passed away, but like Scott was like he took care, legally of putting away
Let
a
me
couple
see here.
couple of predators, and he
Yeah,
has been
but
this. So
yeah, but then again, you know how Scott is. He likes to brag at times and not show any proof. You know what a bragger he is.
no,
Yeah, he is. He likes to brag all about getting permission from the military to come people and kill people and such.
Can
I
we
know.
not?
I remember
Come
Ken
on.
sent me that clip a long, long time ago. You know.
Here we go.
All
Well,
right.
we're not trying to bring
Drama. I know.
particularly, yeah, tonight.
All right, there. I'm trying to for those that don't. I'm trying to add some people onto the mix here because right now it's just me and YR. I'm trying to get Prince Ido on the call. I'm going to try to possibly get Drew on the call. I think Drew. Let me see if Drew is available here. Mm-hmm. Right there. Okay, let's see if we can add the guy here.
You're acting like a Custer right now, Dr. Brown.
I'm a what?
Custer. Have you heard that?
Custard? Other than custard pie or General Custard? Well, because I'm kind of like in so thrown in the loop. We're unable to get Ark on the call, and usually it's usually one of the first people to come on the air with us here, unless something happened to him.
Oh, yeah. Can you go on mute real quick? Can you mute the show real quick?
Okay, let me turn down the volumes here on the
Cronin just hit me up.
OBS. Give me a couple of minutes here. We're gonna mute things for a couple of seconds here. Give us a couple of minutes. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right, we're back, folks. We had to take care of something here that's very important.
Yeah, so Joe said we can talk about um wrestling, but we're not allowed to like review it live.
Who is
Is the whole deal?
who said that?
Cronin,
Cronin?
Cronin got a got a scathing message from Cronin saying you guys can copyright thing like a copyright. We did review.
We didn't copyright anything. Wait, well, hold on a second. What is he referring to? We're not even talking about wrestling. It's supposed to be a music show we're doing here.
Call right now?
What's up?
Cronin on the call? Or?
I don't know. I'm gonna get him on. I'm gonna try to add him to the call right now. Once again here. Let me try this one more time. Get the guy on the call. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, dude. I hate when it does that there. All right. One more T. Okay. Let's see if he'll answer this time here. And he's unavailable. What the fuck is going on here?
I think
Well,
everyone.
yeah, so I guess it's just us three right now. I guess it's just us two right now. So
We're gonna give it on lives and keep your hand to yourself.
okay, well, we might as well talk about '90s music there, and I'm going to talk about some of the music that I was enjoying throughout the 1990s. There, we could talk about that. You know, Nine Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. That was a big album that time there. The song Closer was a massive big hit. The performance at Woodstock 1994 was a big hit as well there. I mean, that was probably one of the most talked about performances during that whole festival there. And kind of like was good, so because a lot of people were saying that the or Woodstock was kind of like a sellout, overpriced drinks and everything else there, corporate sponsorship included there. So I guess safe to say that Trent Reznor and his boys, kind of like gave Woodstock a meaningful performance. And I guess the story was that they all I had a little tussle, not really verbal tussle, but a physical tussle. Because I guess Trent decided to push down one of the guys, and the other guys pushed each other down, and the other members kind of like had a little mud bath there before they went on stage. Since it rained earlier that afternoon, they decided, well, everyone's going to be all mudded up. Why don't we get ourselves all covered in mud? And as a result, they kind of like blended in with the audience at that time. And it fits to say that most of the equipment that was used on the that performance there probably wasn't working ever again because Trent was like smashing everything, keyboards, drum kits and everything else there, mic stands, you name it. You look at look at the whole performance towards the end, where Reznor is taking a couple of taking his mic stand, banging the keyboard with it there, and during the beginning of Down in It, Reznor throws something at the other guy's keyboard, knocking it down to the ground. Reznor gets on his feet and starts stomping on that keyboard before they get into the song. Now, keep in mind, Reznor at that time was doing heroin. Against he's been clean for a good amount of years there, and so since that his performance is a lot more sober, is a lot more energetic, and he's a lot more beefed up than he was before there. Because when you see him performance how he looks nowadays, you see like he's all bulked up, like he almost looks like a pro wrestler when you think about it. But one of the things I wanted to get at, the fact that when that song Closer became a big hit, a lot of industrial enthusiasts out there really kind of turned on Trent for supposedly selling out. You sold out to the mainstream masses, Trent. Because there's all these preppy girls, preppy guys saying, oh, this is my favorite song. Yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah. But the problem is they don't know the real content of that song. You listen to the lyrics, you kind of see, hear what the guy's talking about throughout that whole track. But, it had lured a lot of preppies onto the industrial clubs like City Club. For example, I'm sure Shaps could tell you this. All the trendies were popping up left or right. There was a big lineup one time to get inside that place on a Friday evening when I showed up there. Never has had happen. And plus the City Club being mentioned in the places to go in the Rolling Stone magazine there. The coat check lady, whose name was Stephanie, she was upset that all the trendies, all the preppies out there who in the past condemned the underground crowd was now going to enter their underground scene there and try, either make a mockery or start shit or try to hit up all the gals up there. It's happened a few times. I've seen it there. There was this one moron, I could tell you this, some redneck looking guy there with his buddy there. He was trying to hook his buddy up with some hot looking goth chick. He was going to every single one of them, and he kept getting turned down left and right and left. It was hilarious to look at. It was hilarious as fuck.
Come on.
Shit, it was. And I remember the other bands that they were playing during that whole decade, and industrial wise that was. Like there's this band called 16 Bold, which was a harder version of the Sisters of Mercy. They had this couple good songs like Uplifting, Skin, and a few others there. It was like a singer, guitar player, bass player, and a drum machine there.
unselfish basketball players that they're willing to take a lesser role to win a championship.
Extreme Shab, you need to get on this call right now, dude.
Yeah. We're discussing the City Club. That was something that you and I have mentioned a few times in the
Yeah.
past, dude. Got to talk about your memories of that place.
Anyway, in fact, it's the complete opposite. They train
And
as
we have a
champions.
TV in the back.
All the underdog.
Keith, what's up, man?
Keith, I don't see him. Anyways,
Did you add a red pill?
we mean Redneck. Let's see if I can
Yeah.
find a guy there. Give me a couple minutes here. Hoping he'll be available there.
Boston, they didn't get it done. They had to go on the road and to win. They showed that they could compete on the big stage. They had some big wins on the road, like in Game 4. In fact, Joe Mazzola just told us when I asked him, what makes you know that this team...
When I see you. Art just threw off our whole show today.
You know. Hope he'll be available this tomorrow night for the movie show. Movie Madness.
So the Silver Roll Hunter.
Hey.
What up? What up?
Yes.
What up?
Oh, glad you're here, man. It's been me and YR for the past 45 minutes here. We've been trying to get Ark onto the call, but he's unavailable for some oddball reason. I'm trying to add Redneck right now as we speak.
The Minnesotas did go to Woodstock 99. Is that true?
Did Minnesota go to Woodstock?
Either you and your cousin, or together.
No, I wasn't old enough. That was back in like '69 or something, wasn't it?
Oh,
Woodstock.
Woodstock 99?
Oh, they had a '99 one.
Yes, they did.
Reversion?
Really? Yeah. You weren't
Yeah,
aware.
no, I didn't go to it. I probably would have though. I mean, yeah.
Well, if you knew about what happened towards the end there, you'd probably be wanting to be kind of looking back on it. It's like, what the fuck happened? Believe me.
Oh, is that the thing where like it turned all like mud shit and
Fires.
It was like all hot or something.
It was hot.
And
it was
what-
muggy, and there was fires. There were riots towards the end. It was everything that
Oh, man.
Woodstock wasn't supposed to represent.
Yeah, it's supposed to be peace and love and harmony and all that.
Yep, and rock and roll and everything else. Everybody getting along like it was originally intended back in '69. 94, we were discussing a Nine Inch Nails performance during that festival there. And people were saying we're not too happy about the corporate sponsorship. And I know Woodstock 99, that was a tremendous debacle because of the overpricing of beverages, food, everything, parking, you name it. Not enough toilets, not enough this, not enough that, let alone water or facilities to take a shit and such. And plus, all the bands up there were spouting rage in their lyrics. Limp Bizkit was being accused of them as well. They were one of the bands accused of inciting those riots during that whole festival there. At the end, there was a big bonfire just went out of control. There was a lot of rapes that occurred during that festival. It was everything that the spirit of Woodstock opposed. Needless to say.
Yeah. Yeah, he just had some real bad people take advantage of the situation. Sounds like.
Yeah. What? And we
You
were,
know?
and I was telling YR a long while ago about the kind of people that we were talking about, the preppies, the normal crowds. They were the ones that you would go into the alternative clubs, start shit with all the locals in that club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in high school, I was a jock and a head, so I don't know. I was both, so I don't know what you'd be considered.
Well, it was. Well, it was. Well, basically, the jocks were the ones that would come in and start shit with all the goth kids out there.
No, not me. I got along with everybody. I tried being friends with everyone, even even the people that no one liked, I'd try to be nice to them.
That's good there. That's good.
Yeah, because I mean, when I was in middle school and shit, I got picked on a lot, so I kind of knew, you know what I mean, how
Yep.
it felt. So I didn't want to put that on anyone else.
Yeah.
And I'd sometimes stick up for them. I'd be like, hey, man, just leave him alone. Shit, what the fuck?
That's good
Well, what are
because
you getting out of it? I mean, you know what I mean? What the hell are you getting out of it anyways?
yeah, they
What,
just
puff your chest up, makes you feel good a little bit,
yeah, a lot of them do that because they see something that's different. They don't know how to cope with it, and they kind of have to put that masculinity out there and just put them in a praise. I'm better than you. I'm better than this. This and that. In fact, I was telling Arknoia and about this incident back in 1992 in Marysville, Michigan, where a few guys came up to me, started harassing me, threatening my life because they presumed that I was a drug dealer because of the leather jacket and hat I was wearing at that time. They presumed I was selling drugs to everybody else. They made threats. They tried coming at me out of the place that they chased me out of. One of them followed me all the way down I-94 from that spot all the way to 23 Mile. I made a surprise exit. Took 23 Mile to Gratiot all the way back home there. And that left a bad taste in my mouth without a doubt there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this fits to say. That's kind of like that's what turned me towards the dark side. And I know I'm in my 50s now. It's been ages since that, but there's still parts of me that kind of reflect on that and makes me feel don't trust the normal crowd. Don't trust the mainstream people. Don't trust because the mainstream people are all the sheep. They follow what's trending and everything else. And to this day, I'm still kind of
Yeah,
affected.
you know what sucks though is a lot of people in the main crowd.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. They're just followers. They're blind
Precisely,
sheep.
dude.
I mean, you got the main guy. It's like when I hung out. I mean, I don't know if I was popular or not, but I hung out with a couple of guys that were really popular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, real popular, and I was their best friends.
Yeah.
So I'd hang out with them, and my buddy would always walk in front of us a little bit, like a shoulder look ahead of us.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like the Omega, you know what I mean?
Yes.
In the group. So then, and I think I was like the third back, in the group,
Yes.
out of 5 guys, I was probably the third. Because we're the ones, like I said, we had a band in high school and stuff, and we had our own band, and then we kind of always hung out together. But then I don't know, and then it kind of changed. There's like probably around senior year. I don't know. It's like maybe I wasn't cool enough or something. I don't know, but I basically quit hanging with them because they pissed me off because the talent show, they fucking got this senior guy. At this time it was 10th grade I was in. And they got the senior bass guy to play or not bass, guitar to play my spot. And they didn't tell me, and I show up and they're like, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude, and it pissed me off, and I didn't want nothing to really do with them anymore,
Really?
And it really sucked because it really put a crunch in my social status because, going against them guys, everyone loved them, so if you were against them, a lot of people didn't really want to, they even talk to you,
Yeah, and I see where you're coming from. That's like, you gotta follow along with everybody else to be one of us and everything else there.
Well, yeah, you can't have 2 Omegas in the same fucking in the same crowd. You know what I'm saying? There's only going to be one Alpha and one Omega. And then if you try working your way up to become Omega, they'll knock you down. That's the whole thing. You know?
Yeah. Be like follow.
They defend it, and then when the Omega gets old and ain't doing it right, like the old pack, they'd attack and kill him, pull him off of his spot. And then one guy that killed him would take his spot, like in the wolf pack,
I see there. Like the Rule 2, basically there. Something like that.
Well, that's kind of how, I mean, when you think about it, look how we were in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
fucking, I mean, even in middle school, I mean, you didn't want to look stupid. I
Yep.
mean, you wanted, you know, when the Nikes came out, right? You
Yep.
wanted that new pair of Nikes. You didn't
Yes.
want to wear them generic fucking shoes that you're wearing. Everyone else, everyone else, when you come back off Christmas vacation,
Yep.
they're gonna have new fucking shoes, dude. You ain't. You're poor, right? I was poor, dude.
Mm.
So I was lucky, like maybe 5 years later to get a pair, and finally, and I was, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Which, by the way, I got to bring up something that also went on during the 1990s. Kids being robbed for their shoes and clothing. You remember? I forgot the guy's name, but he did this
Oh
poem called
yeah,
"Please Don't Take My Air Jordans." That struck a nerve
oh
with a
yeah.
lot of people. Yeah.
Back then in the '90s, you remember Zubas?
Yes.
They're them like pants that they're not like jean pants. They're kind of like in between sweatpants and pants,
Yes.
and you get them all different styles and colors and shit.
Yes, I
And see,
remember.
that's what I wore. I wore Zubas. I wore Zubas all the time, and
Yeah.
Levi's
Yeah.
button ups.
I see there.
And but yeah, I had to get because after my dad died when I was 15, I got a job at Snyder's, and then I kind of so when I was in 10th grade, I was working full basically from 5 to 10. I was working 5 hours a day at Snyder's because you can't work full time when you're in school. You can work so many hours a day.
Yes.
Well, I would do that every day, and then buy like buy a guitar,
Yeah.
and, because I bought a couple of guitars, amps,
Yeah. Nice.
Shit like that, back in the day. I wish I still had it. I had a Fender Stratocaster
Oh, nice.
with a PV amp with the tubes in it.
Yeah, I see.
And it had that real good like sound. You didn't even really need distortion. And see, on them back then, they didn't have distortion on your amps and
amplifier.
shit,
Yeah, you got to buy the pedal to go along with it.
Yeah, you had to buy your pedal to plug in and loop it through. So nowadays you can buy an amp that has distortion and everything on it, and whatever. I mean, and you don't even really even need them unless you want a different type of sound that it doesn't make,
Yes. Gosh, I remember having this small crate amp that I got at a music store in Royal Oak, Michigan, and I had it for a good amount of years there, But for some reason, when I moved back to Detroit, I kept it in the basement, and because it was in this damn basement for such a long time, it just didn't work like it used to, along with the guitar itself there. We had to leave it all behind when we moved to Texas.
Yeah, my the first electric guitar I ever got. Do you remember J.C. Penney's?
Yes, I do.
Ad.
Yes.
The big catalog ad that you
Yes,
always
I
kinda look
remember
through,
those. Yeah.
and you'd circle the shit you wanted your parents gave for Christmas and all that,
Yeah.
And yeah. Anyways, back then it was like, well, it wasn't in the '90s. It was probably in the '80s.
Yep. 70s
Uh,
as well.
like probably '85. And I circled. They had a Harmony guitar with the little battery operated. You could put on hook on your belt buckle, and you could go around jamming wirelessly.
Oh wow, nice.
And yeah, and that's what I got. I got it for Christmas.
Nice.
Well, no, I asked for it for Christmas. I didn't get it for Christmas. I got it for my birthday. They didn't get me for Christmas, but I got it for my birthday.
Nice.
And it ran on like, I think it was two Ds batteries.
2 double D batteries,
like
yes.
And it was probably as big as like I'm trying to think. Like the size of the amp. It wasn't very big. It was like probably 5 by 5 inches or 6 by 6 inches, like a square. And it had like a volume, a power on, and a plug-in for your mic, and a plug-in for your headphones if you wanted to use it. Yeah, that's where I started learning my electric guitar back then. It was like about 85, and I got another guitar. I got another electric guitar, and my next door neighbor, he was living over across the street, and he was older. He's probably like 25, and I was only like fucking what, probably 15, 14, 12 or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of looked up to him because he knew how to work on cars. He had a motorcycle, and anyways, I was walking around, and then he played, so I sat over there, and he was jamming on the fucking step,
Oh yeah,
And then he's like, God, I love that.
yeah,
I love that.
Ah,
Shut up,
Jacob.
fuckwad.
Mm-hmm. See what you're talking
Sorry.
about
Hey,
there.
thank you for pointing out my disability.
You know.
What's
I know I
happening,
do that,
Jacob?
dude. I know.
What's up, Dr. Brown?
So I
I'm
guess
here
I
at
can't
work.
get mad at you.
We're
You
doing
do
good.
that, so
I'm here at work. Like I
Mhm.
said, I'm a bartender now, so I'm
Nice.
bartending and
So make it all
just
those.
working.
Mm-hmm. So now make it all those tips as well as the wages that you got. Which go for it, definitely.
Yep. And I
is
saw
that
that YR
trying
called
stop
me.
and
I
some
saw
Bill
YR
Cosby's?
called me, but I was a bit busy, so I couldn't pick up the phone. But
That's understandable.
what are you guys talking about?
Well, we're supposed to be talking about it was supposed to be YR, me, and Arknoia, but we were unable to get Arknoia onto the call for some reason. I don't know if something happened to him or whichever there. So we was looking for random people to join in. We had Ken join in for about a couple of seconds. We tried to add Prince Idol to the call. Bird was briefly added, but he was chowing down on something. And Minnesota Super Bowl Hunter came in, and you came in, so that makes it better.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was
No,
Ken
we
yapping?
were
What
talking about it,
was Ken yapping?
and then we kind of turned off on. We were talking about our first electric guitars and shit.
Oh yeah. Which
But
you were talking about it for my first guitar was the Tiesco. That was around 1978 there that we got from a nearby Kmart.
was that Kmart style one?
Yes, it Kmart. It was a Tiesco guitar there, and I was looking on the internet Google images of all the Tiescos that are out there, and I saw one that was the exact duplicate of the one I used to have. Man, I used to play that thing, sit in front of the MTV, learning all the songs that was being played on that channel. I was learning all that
Nice.
stuff, man. Yeah. At that time, I was learning mostly
people
by
are
ear.
hanging out, dude. It's like just me and you now. Well, they must not like us talking or something.
Oh. YR left. Jacob left. And now YR's back. Dude, we wonder what
here's
happened,
YR's
dude. There you
back.
are, YR. What's up? I think he's
Did RP
Well,
pass?
let's get off topic on first guitars,
Mhm.
and we'll go to YR and his
No,
first
go-
dildo
go-
he
go.
ever got.
All right. What's up, YR? Well, it's actually we're talking about our first guitars. So we actually what did I was telling about the first guitar, electric guitar I had. The first guitar I ever had was an acoustic guitar with one of those plastic strings on them. Then it got me one of those toy guitars there that we got from a toy store there. It may have been from I forgot which store it was, but then again we got us my first real electric guitar, which was a Tiesco. I remember it was from a nearby Kmart. And it was I still
My first regular guitar was a small version. It wasn't a full version, a guitar. It was a realistic guitar.
Nice.
And I
Cool.
still I was working, dude. I worked driving container trucks, right? Where you know, big garbage cans, like
Yes.
40 yarders and shit.
Yes.
And there's a house clean out, and they threw a guitar away, and I grabbed it out of there, and it was the same exact guitar I had when I was the first guitar I ever had. So I brought it home and restrung it and all that, and I got it down in the Legends Lounge right now.
Nice. You ought to play it. Yeah. By the way, when does the Legends Lounge go to make a return? So is the
Dude,
Redis?
I was just on the other night down there, other day, and no, not one person showed up. I was
Was it
on there for half an hour. Not even one person.
was
Not
some,
one person even showed. Not
well
even one person fucking
showed up?
even came to see the show. You know, to listen. And I was like, "What the fuck, zero the whole time, dude? Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not. I don't care about it as long as they're like one or two people. You know, it makes it fun. But if you're just doing it out for nobody, it's not fun.
Well,
So I said, "Fuck it, dude. I go fuck this shit."
well, was it
You
on
know,
your channel there?
it's
Because
like,
I know you have a separate channel of your own there.
yeah, my channel. Yeah,
Oh,
my
you.
channel. It's
Well,
not on
when was this?
Vikings because
Oh, if I would
uh,
have known, I would have
yeah, I'm
joined in
sure
if I
no one
wasn't at.
probably knows where I am, but it's like I don't know.
No, if I would have known, if
When that happened, dude, I was thinking in my head, I'm probably not going to do it anymore
I
because if not even one person's going to show up, what's the point in doing it? So why waste my time? I'm
well,
not
what I
wasting it.
do, what I
I'll
do,
just come on people's shows.
right there.
What?
Well, now's your opportunity to plug your show, your channel right now, dude. So you get some viewers and subscribers
Four
and everything
people. All
else.
right.
Yeah,
All
it
right. Here
does
we go.
keep
Here we go
plugging.
to the 4 people watching.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'm one of the 4. Okay. Just go on YouTube.com and
Yep.
look up Minnesota Silver Hunter channel.
Mm-hmm.
Just Minnesota Silver Hunter, and you'll go on it. You'll find the YouTube thing, and it's right there. That's and then you can hit subscribe, or come and listen, or hit the notification bell so you get notified or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I would have known you, what
No, it's
what
kind of
was?
depressing. All the years I held my cousin on his channel, and then I go on mine, I don't get shit. You know, it's
Well,
kind of made me mad.
well, I'll tell you what. When was this live? Was it yesterday? Or because if I would have known, if I would have came home and if it was live, I would have joined in. You know, join in, have a talk. That was join in on your program there. But I was not informed about this.
No, dude, I got all comfortable, dude. I got my little recliner down there now and shit, right?
Yeah.
I have two microphones, one that I have hooked to that distortion thing, and one regular, so I can go in between them and not, sound fucked up, And I was sitting down with my oney and shit, and I'm just, smoking down there, getting high, and I'm like, all right, cool, right?
Yeah.
If one or two people would have came in and out or something, but it was zero the whole time, dude.
No.
It's like, what the fuck? I mean, I know I'm not that entertaining, but I mean, there has to be some cocksucker out there that likes what I do, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
you
If
know
like
what I mean? I mean, everyone has different things they like, so
Yeah, so it would be, if I, like I said, if I would have known that you was live, I would have joined in. All I had to do was DM me on Skype and let me know, hey, I'm going to be going live at the Legends Lounge. So I could join in. I would have said, yep, I would definitely do that.
yeah. No, I know. I just didn't. I tried calling Redneck, but he never answered.
Well, I know.
So-
Redneck is busy with his job. He's busy going to every other place. Across the states there, Texas, California, you name it there. Yeah, and by the way, did you hear Joe Cronin review the show All of Us was on this past Monday on my channel? It was like when he was on the call when Redneck was speaking, he kind of did a little clips of Redneck talking. It was like you wonder who that guy was and why he talked that way. I was explaining to YR that Redneck is deaf in
What?
one ear.
What? Cronin don't even know. Oh, you don't even know the Redneck, huh?
No, he never met. I don't believe he ever met Redneck because a lot of times when he was on the call with all of us, Redneck wasn't available.
That's funny. Yeah, who knows what Cronin thinks of me? That douchebag motherfucker! Fuck him! I'll fucking Tony fuck him over his counter! Fuck him! You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Cronin
yeah.
is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true there. Well, anyways,
But, yeah,
I'm going to ask you a question. All the politics from the 1990s, we were just me and Arknoia. We discussed them a few times on this particular generation that we're talking about. And a few times I mentioned that the kids who grew up learning the values that was presented to them throughout the whole decade carried them on to their entire adulthood, and now they're trying to keep that going. But now it seems like they're trying to go beyond that in terms of having drag
Beyond
queens
what?
read stories
Oh,
to
yeah,
children in
yeah.
elementary schools.
Dude, women are women. If you're a fucking guy chopped into a bitch, you ain't no woman. In a hundred, say if you get buried, right?
Mm-hmm.
You die. Everyone's dying. You're gonna be in the ground. 1,000 years from now, they uncover you, and you got switched to female. They're gonna say it was a male. Your bones are gonna be the same.
Let alone the Adam's apple there.
Well, I don't think that's a bone, but 1,000 years from now, the pelvic area will say exactly that you're a male, not a female.
Yeah.
You know what? If you can't handle it, I mean, how I see it is, I don't know. I guess I've never had that problem. I've always been fat my whole life. I've been picked on over that. So I think I have a little bit about, feeling different, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go out and grab my dad's fucking... Dude, when I was a kid, my dad had his guns hanging on the wall in his bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you could just go in there and grab a fucking rifle, shotgun, whatever, and go ape shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we never did that shit back when we were kids.
Yeah, but some people...
What the fuck is it? Why is it now? Why is it happening? See, when I lived in Colorado, dude, I lived there from the 90s to 2000s, around there, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And basically, when I was living there, they had them trench coat mafia.
Yes.
They look like
the new waivers, the goth crowd.
Yeah, that was back before the Columbine shooting. I seen
Yeah.
them. They're all wearing trench coats and shit where I lived, because I lived by there.
Yes.
Where it happened, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm looking at the dude. I'm like, man, he's really, have some problems or something. I don't know.
We got remember
I never dressed up. I would never dress. I'd never fucking put a clown outfit on and go out in public. I mean, but maybe I did. Maybe in someone else's eyes, I did do that, because when I was in high school, I had like the mop top, and I'd use that. Remember that Earl gel or whatever it's called?
Yeah, curly gel. Yes, the hair gel.
I'd use that shit. It's like grease gel that back from the 50s.
Yes.
And I'd put a little bit on, and I'd fucking do my hair up and brush it up like fucking, back like in the 50s and shit.
Yes.
I don't know. I always thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's it's. Yeah, I guess so. If
So
you're,
maybe I did look like a fucking freak. I mean, I could have, other people,
well,
because I wore black leather jacket, but I was a jock too, but I mean, not when I was playing and shit, I had that shit in my hair, but it was, after,
mm-hmm.
Brian, ask me about those sandals.
What
You
sandals?
talking about if he used to wear those.
Never wore any sandals. I'm sorry, Bill. We're talking about the sandals that they used to have with wooden, with the leather straps onto them. You know what I'm talking about, Sir Bro. A lot of people were wearing that throughout the whole decade.
They call them clogs.
Yeah,
They're clogs.
not Crocs, but not the Crocs of today, but they're fogs. What there, I guess.
No, clogs. Clogs with a G.
Clogs. Okay, there. That's what they're. Gotcha. Yeah, lots of men and women were wearing the
Is he saying cocks?
Yeah, cocks. Cocks.
No.
Never did I wear any
No,
sandals.
No, he is right. The clog is it's a backless shoe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost like a mule.
Yeah, I got one broken on my ass when I was a kid for fucking being dumb.
No, I never wore any sandals or any of those things there, because to me they have to be unsafe footwear,
Mm.
And plus they're not the
Dude,
right.
I would have been lucky seeing me wearing a little that the shit you put around your eyes, I do that once in a while to detail your eyes, because when we play on stage, we put that shit around our eyes what's it called? That black shit, fucking recliner or whatever it's called.
Recliner.
I don't
What?
know what it's called. The shit you put around the women put around their eyes to fucking make their eyes
Eyeliner.
stand out.
Eyeliner.
Yeah, that's it.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see there, like a black eyeliner or guy liner, as
Yeah,
some
we
magazines have
wear
put it.
that.
Yeah. Actually, what the stuff my main fame to look at the 1990s at the City Club and all the other clubs related to that was the long black hair, black pants, black boots, and a black trench coat. You know, whichever shirt I had underneath, whether it's a white shirt or one of my sleeveless shirts I was wearing at that time, sporting Black Sabbath or Skinny Puppy. That was my main thing during the whole summer there. But otherwise, I would dress up, bundle up a lot of times with a vest, whichever shirt, whether it's brown or whether it's white, ruffled. That was basically my kind of look at during that whole decade. In fact, that's how the Dr. Earl name for originally came in. People used to call me a Doctor Who, comparing me to the third Doctor, John Pertwee, because he wore kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look like him.
Yes.
When you had your hair, your hair all bushy and stuff,
Yes.
you kind of look like him a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people, it's like people used to call me Doctor Who for that, so that's when they came up with the Doctor. Yeah. Oh, I used to get that tons of times there, but that basically going that. But going back, that's how the Dr. Earl name originally came about. So I was looking for a name that sounded like Genesis P. Ordridge, rest in peace. He was the frontman for Throbbing Gristle and Psychic TV's, two respected underground groups at that time there. So I chose that name. And one of my buddies on Facebook who lives in the Miami area there, she moved there since moving from Michigan years ago, she still calls me that to this day. And when I started this my channel, I figured I'd come up with that name. So basically, me compared to Doctor Who is how the Dr. Earl name came about.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was actually, that Doctor Who is my favorite Doctor Who of them all.
John Pertwee?
Yeah, the one that looks like you, kind of.
Yeah, basically there was
the tall, skinny guy with the
scarf.
Yeah, he wore that scarf.
That's the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker. John Pertwee wore the Victorian shirts and often wore a little cape along with it there, along with the Victorian outfit there, like a showman, like a performer. He often wore those a lot of times there. He was the third Doctor, John Pertwee. He had blonde hair.
Okay.
Yeah. The fourth one was Tom Baker with the scarf.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't watched it for a long time. That'd be a good thing to rewatch.
Yeah, some of the old episodes. I was at work and I was checking
Remember
out
them little robots? Compute, or whatever.
the Daleks. Mutants inside of one of those
the
rotating
Daleks.
there. Yeah, they were the enemies.
Get Doctor Who. Get Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but basically, you wanted to talk about the shootings at all these school shootings. We got to definitely talk about that because that started at the last year of the 1990s.
Doctor?
What's up?
Hey, Doctor, what
Yeah, yeah.
happened? What happened with the children nowadays? I mean, we didn't do that. Did you hear any like that kind of shit happen when we were young?
Well, we never did. No, exactly. I think
We didn't.
No, we
Well,
never.
Why
we never.
the hell did it start happening after the 90s?
Well, it's happened in the last year of the 90s, 1999, in the April of that year. And we don't know how those kids got a hold of those weapons, but somehow, somewhere, all the other kids start following along with it, thinking that there was no other way to go. They're not going to stop teasing me. They're not going to stop bullying me. You could go to the principal. You could go to the school counselor. You could go to the vice principal. You could talk to the teachers, but they're still going to keep doing it. And then the kids, the minds of those kids, they're going to be like, hey, this ain't going to quit. They're not going to stop no matter what. The only thing we have to do is blow them off. And then sooner or later, that anger is going to build up and build up and build up. And next thing you know, it's going to implode all at once. Now, the difference between this and is
that's when you go and confront them with your fists and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I got beat up by about 20 guys at the same time, man.
Wow.
I got jumped fucking and shit and fucking got stomped and fucking all that.
Yeah.
I didn't go out and with fucking... Dude,
guns.
When I was 12 years old, I took gun safety training, and I had I went deer hunting and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So after I was 12 years old, I had guns in my room and, zip up fucking gun things.
Yeah,
I mean, when I was 12.
I think the problem is that...
I had them back then. I didn't go out and fucking threaten anyone with them. I
Yeah.
had respect for them, dude.
Yeah.
I enjoyed having the be able to have enough respect to be able to have them,
Yes. I think what it is that, in the minds of these kids, they feel like it was the only option they had because, well, maybe explain a little something here. Kids are taught today that, especially kids on the streets, that a gun can solve any problem forever. Like if some guy is going to come bully you, going to pick on you, all you have to do is shoot him and you won't have to deal with him hereafter.
Well, a gun changes everything. If you have a gun pointing at your face, anyone, a little fucking 10-year-old be doing it to you,
Yeah.
and you're going to sit there and fucking tell them, please don't shoot me, right?
Yeah, that's going to shoot because
It
obviously
changes
you're
the
scared to hell.
Power difference. Yeah, it changes the power difference no matter who you are or what or who or what or whatever you are.
Yes.
You have a gun, you're the shot caller. That's
Yeah.
that's why these gangs and shit, the shotgun crips down in fucking North Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Shit like that, that's why
And
and
it's
then they have no fucking, families, back then. Look at a lot of homeless families with a lot of dads.
Yeah. Yes. And what's kind of funny is that the people who get affected by this, all these shootings that are happening, whether it's a holdup or gun violence, they're the ones who nowadays are preaching for gun control. Like Dianne Feinstein, you remember her there. She was in a committee during the Senate hearing talking about proposing gun control. And the reason she said that was because she grew up in an area where there was lots of gun violence playing along. Like if you grew up in, say, Compton, California, or East LA, or South Central LA, where there's lots of gun firing going on late at night, that's going to affect your head. You're going to feel like, oh, we got to get rid of these guns without overlooking overlooking knives, baseball bats, and other weapons like tire irons, wrenches, and that. But the guns are the one they mostly focus on because they could shoot from a distance and kill your prey either way there.
Well, and it's less personal too. I mean, killing someone with a knife is a lot different than shooting someone in the head. At 20 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get up with a knife, you have to get it right in their face. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Or
so not a lot of people probably could handle that. That's why a lot of people have guns. That you can shoot them from a distance, not have to, especially rifles. At 100 yards, you can just act like you're deer hunting. You're not really you don't really see who's shooting.
Yeah.
Really?
Like a sniper. You could be.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think this whole thing has been put in. I hate to say it, but I think government did it. I think because look at in the 70s how in the not the suburbs, but like more
inner
areas,
city areas, yes.
you had liquor stores every block. You had uh, liquor stores, and you had gun shops
Hmm.
and shit like that, right?
Yes,
And the poor neighborhoods, they'd have it like that.
yes.
And you know, try I don't know, trying to get you drunk, and I don't know what the hell. But I think that's how it all started, was with that, and then the AIDS shit and the fucking crack that came out
Yep.
and drug dealing,
Yes.
all that shit. Maybe a lot of these kids are crack babies
Hmm.
that fucking their parents were crackheads or something,
Yes.
and back in the day, and it fucked up their fucking chemistry in their brain. Who
That's
knows?
true
I
there. You
mean,
got to keep in mind there. A lot of kids are born with a lot of drugs, and as a result of their parents doing drugs, they come out with not only just that, but also physical deformities as well. There was this woman, I'm not going to mention her name, back in southeast Michigan. I was briefly friends with her on Facebook there. But she removed me for some dumb reason. I'm not too worried about that. But she DM'd me after I accepted her friend request. She says like, she was like, "Hey, I remember you from Roseville High School. That you remember we used to smoke this, we used to smoke that." It's like, no, we never met until now. Exactly. I never even smoked anything in my day in my life there. But, however, she was always talking about her son having heart issues, and he finally passed away not too long ago after she dropped me as a friend. And word has it, I heard from her ex-boyfriend, a couple other people who knew her, that she was a crack smoker when she was a young woman, and that contributed to the heart problems that her son would have. If I understand from her ex-boyfriend, she still smokes that stuff there and causes a lot of drama.
well, see, like me, my dad was alcoholic.
Mm.
My grandpa's alcoholic. My grandma. I mean, alcoholism runs deep in my family. So when I was conceived, my dad was probably drunk.
Ah,
So I have alcohol type shit. I have like,
traces of it.
yeah, I don't know if it's ADHD. I was always hyperactive, but I never got diagnosed with it when I was a kid.
Mm.
Like hyper. I couldn't sit still. I did shitty in school because I couldn't concentrate.
Yeah.
You know,
I see.
but
But many people are not
I
thinking
think
that.
I learned to handle it over time. I got used to, because when I got more into middle school and high school, I started kind of, I think, learning how to deal with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like elementary and part of the middle, it was like kind of real hard for me to focus.
I see. Yeah. All right. So I think YR's muted right now, I guess. Although he's taking care of something or whichever there. Right there. I'm going to try and get Arknolia back on the call here one more time to see. Now, we're supposed to be doing the movie Madness tomorrow evening, where I suggested we take a look at the Exorcist film series. Now, Cyril, will you be able to participate on that show there tomorrow evening, if you're called?
On like what kind of shows or whatever, or
Well, tomorrow night we're doing a thing called Movie Madness. Me and Ark
okay.
used to do it on Friday evenings there. And but back in the day, at around 2020. And then I'm telling you, we brought it back for a couple episodes. He's kind of mentioned about doing a movie show once more. We covered other movie series as well there, including Star Wars, including this franchise, that franchise. We want to hope it out, taking a look at the Exorcist film series, because I understand there's a new one coming up pretty soon there called Exorcist Believer. I think it maybe we could probably invite you on if you ever saw any of the Exorcist movies.
I've seen all of them except for the new one here.
Oh wow, interesting. All of the ones that just went to straight DVD, I guess.
You're talking about the one when the what's her name is spinning her head, spitting out pea
Reagan,
soup.
played by Linda Blair. Correct. That's right. From
Yeah.
1973. One of the original
And
creep.
that when that one guy was going down them steps and that top of that lightning rod came down and speared him.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly there.
Yeah. I haven't seen him for a while, but yeah, I kind of remember a lot of it.
Yes, we're going to be discussing that movie series tomorrow evening. That's it for we get a hold of ARC. And we get a hold of other people's. And if you're available, we'd like to get you on the call as well to add to the details of the film series there, for sure.
Yeah, just I guess Skype me or whatever, and
We
I'll
will. In
answer.
fact, I'll let you know beforehand there tomorrow afternoon before we go live. And I guess we'll definitely close out the show for this evening. This was supposed to be Music Mania, so I'm going to be ending up changing the title pretty soon here. Figure out what the fuck since.
Fucking Silver Roll fucks it up again. No.
No. Actually, I'm glad you came on the call because you added some good. Because we had a great conversation. What we had here.
Damn it, Silver Roll. No.
All right, there. Anyways, for Silver Roll Hunter and YR and myself, we're gonna end the show here. And Ark, if you're listening, bud, definitely get on. Be ready tomorrow evening there, and let me know if you're available as well there. All right, there. All right, there.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
All right, there. We'll see you tomorrow evening for Movie Madness. All right. Everybody, take care.
All right.
Like this video. Subscribe to my channel.
Everyone. I love everyone in the community. Peace be with everyone. And
Absolutely.
Good luck and God bless.
Okay, there. So same to you, bud. And don't forget to subscribe to Minnesota Silver Rolls channel there, and hit that like button and notification bell, and also do the same for my channel just as well. All right. For ARC, no, simply not for ARC. For YR and Silver Roll Hunter and myself,